Iranian rapper Tumaj Salehi, sentenced to 6 years in prison, avoiding death penalty. Salehi was accused of insulting Islamic sanctities and spreading propaganda against the regime in his songs. He was initially sentenced to death, but his lawyer appealed the verdict and managed to reduce it to 6 years in prison. Shiniest exoplanet ever found has reflective metal clouds. Astronomers have discovered an exoplanet that reflects about 90% of the light it receives, making it the shiniest planet ever observed. The planet, called WASP 189b, has a scorching temperature of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and orbits a star that is much hotter and brighter than the Sun. Police assessing whether BBC presenter committed criminal offense. The BBC has suspended a presenter who allegedly paid a teenager for sexual images online. The police are investigating the matter and will decide whether to take further action. The presenter has not been named by the BBC or the police. Gym, spa, beauty equipment. Leaked documents reveal hidden details of Putin's ghostless train. A Russian investigative outlet has obtained documents that reveal the luxurious features of President Vladimir Putin's secretive train, which he uses for domestic and international trips. The train has a gym, a spa, a beauty salon, a cinema, a conference room, and a presidential suite. Comments from Biden and Erdogan threaten to overshadow NATO summit and help Putin. U.S. President Joe Biden and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan have made statements that could undermine the unity of NATO ahead of a summit in Brussels. Biden said he would raise concerns about Turkey's human rights record and its purchase of Russian weapons, while Erdogan said he would not accept any criticism from the U.S. or NATO. Erdogan links Sweden's NATO bid to Turkey joining the EU. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said that Sweden's aspiration to join NATO is linked to Turkey's bid to join the European Union. He said that if Sweden wants to be part of NATO, it should support Turkey's EU membership, which has been stalled for years due to various disputes.
People find us easy targets. Women politicians face a torrent of online abuse but say they won't stop their work. Women politicians around the world are facing increasing levels of online harassment, threats, and violence, especially on social media platforms. Some of them have shared their experiences with CNN and said they will not be deterred from their work by the abuse. Nearly 62,000 people died from record-breaking heat in Europe last summer. It's a lesson for the U.S. too. A new study has found that the extreme heat wave that hit Europe in 2020 caused nearly 62,000 excess deaths, making it the deadliest heat event on record. The researchers warned that such heat waves will become more frequent and intense due to climate change and urged governments to take action to protect vulnerable populations. Why Prigozhin's absence is so damaging to Putin. Yevgeny Prigozhin, a close ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin and a key figure in Russia's covert operations abroad, has been missing since December. His absence has raised questions about his fate and his role in Russia's foreign policy, especially in Africa and the Middle East. New Delhi records wettest July day in decades as deadly floods hit northern India. India's capital, New Delhi, has recorded its highest rainfall for a single day in July since 1975, as monsoon rains triggered floods and landslides across northern India. At least 28 people have died and dozens are missing due to the heavy downpour.